Why is art important? Does beauty matter? And do we matter?
This video is about the opening up of my artistic eyes. Through many inspiring people and books, God has awakened me to my life's true calling. One of the best examples is through a life-changing book called Captivating by John and Stasi Eldredge. Although it's not a book about creating art, it drastically changed my view of it. The book is about the value of women in God's kingdom, and at the same time showing us how important men are. Surprisingly, this validating book has opened up my artistic eyes. The author defines what makes a woman's heart come alive and teaches about our core desires. As most of us are not psychologists, we can't put into words what makes us tick. As I read the ideas and the stories throughout the book, I had to agree with these core desires in my heart. The three core desires are: 1. We desire to have a beauty to unveil. 2. We desire to play an important role in a bigger story. 3. We desire to be romanced. The authors suggest that women desire these things because we are made in God's image, and He desires these things too. The part about how important beauty is in our lives went especially deep for me. It was revealed to me that beauty is restorative and refreshing, and it is no mistake that God has placed beauty in creation everywhere. A quote from Captivating is, "Creation is primarily beautiful, not primarily functional." I think of sunsets, fields of flowers, the northern lights, glass-winged butterflies, swaying palm trees, crashing waves. There is so much beauty in creation that it validates beauty itself. This tells me that it isn't frivolous or an afterthought, but instead a necessity to enjoy a full and healthy life. Another truth is that beauty also comforts. In the book, John says that in the saddest times of our lives, only beauty can help. That is why when someone dies, all we can do is send flowers. I know this too well, as at the beginning of last year, my dear father passed away. In my grief and my sadness, the one thing that eased the pain was to stand on a beach near my home. I gazed at the stillness of the reflection of the sky in a tide pool glistening on the sand, and it calmed me in the way that no words could. It made me feel as though eventually things would be all right again, and that the Lord still had good things in store. It reminded me of this scripture: "The heavens proclaim the glory of God. The skies display His craftsmanship. Day after day they continue to speak, and night after night they make Him known. They speak without a sound or a word. Their voice is never heard, yet their message has gone throughout the earth and their words to all the world." In Psalm 19, 1-4. The memory of the stillness and beauty of that particular day still calms my sad heart, and I don't feel so alone in my grief. Over the last few years, I've attended 2 different nature and hearing God retreats for women. The Lord spoke to me clearly many times while journaling to Him in a quiet, beautiful place. He has healed many emotional things from my past in those times with Him. Since experiencing so much of God's healing, I have been inspired to get out in nature and to revel in God's comfort every chance I get. I feel as though God is romancing me there, reminding me of a song my great-grandma sang when I was a little girl. It explains how I feel when I'm in nature on my own with the Lord. It goes like this: "I come to the garden alone, while the dew is still on the roses, and the voice I hear falling on my ear, the Son of God discloses. And He walks with me, and He talks with me, and He tells me I am His own. And the joy we share as we tarry there, none other has ever known." The fruit of this is that I'm continually bursting with a desire to show people what I have found. I'm incredibly passionate about capturing His created beauty and then painting it on canvas, which speaks to another core desire of wanting to be part of a larger story. There are many things in life to cause distress and anxiety, but I want to be part of the solution and add a refreshment to people's lives. I want to point everyone to our generous Creator God, who is constantly pouring out his refreshment and his lavish love upon us. Like it is said in another of my favorite scriptures, fix your thoughts on what is true and honorable and right and pure and lovely and admirable. Think about things that are excellent and worthy of praise. Philippians 4:8. Until I read John and Stasi's book, Captivating, I tended not to spend a lot of time outdoors on my own. I gave most of my attention to the practical needs of life, and I didn't allow myself to seek out enjoyment in nature. My thoughts were similar about art. Although I enjoyed creating sketches and art projects when I was growing up, as an adult, I thought art was an extravagance and only for the very wealthy. I rarely allowed myself to go to art galleries or spend time creating art. So even though God had put the desire in me to be an artist at a young age, later on I doubted it was possible. My beliefs about these things has now completely changed. And for the last 8 years, I've been working as a full-time artist. I'm convinced that beauty is valuable, restorative, healing, and necessary. I can't help but see connection with the Lord in this beautiful planet he has given us, and to create artistic works that he inspires me to create. I pray that the Lord is touching your heart and inspiring you to meet him in his creation. I also pray that he reminds you that he speaks quite loudly through beauty and that he wants to connect with you through it too. If you'd like to see the works that I have created with God's help, you can see them on my YouTube channel, Instagram, and website. Many are available to purchase, and I can be contacted directly with any questions you have.